everyone, welcome to my little corner. My name is JP and this is my video. Let me correct that, this is my late video wherein I say to you my top 10 books or my top 10 favorite books that I have read for the year of 2015. These books are not necessarily released on 2015. I guess in general these are just the books that I have read for 2015 that I really like, that I really want to share to you, and that I want to partake or I want to put in this video. Starting off with the amazing book is Not on Fire. If you have been watching my videos, I have professed that my favorite top favorite YouTubers of all time is Amazing Phil and Danny's Not on Fire. Like, I'm a really big fan of their work. So I was excited when they said that they will be releasing their book, and it's not your typical like memoir stuff. It's kinda really interesting, very colorful, very all of the things that they have included in this one. It really is in their line of brand, which I really like. Really enjoyed this book. Number 9 book is kinda an unexpected one because I didn't expect myself to actually read it this year. I expected myself to read this book like sometime this 2016. But yeah, with the help of a booktuber called Catastic, wherein she was relentlessly tweeting this stuff endlessly, saying that she has been rereading it for like 5 or 6 times already. This book must be really good. And yeah, it was really good. And without Rainbow Rowell's Carry On, we're in the characters of Simon and Baz, which we already heard in Fangirl, which I haven't read yet. Don't kill me. I haven't read Fangirl yet. I really enjoyed this book, wherein it's really a mixture of like romance, adventure stuff, magic thing, which is kind of my stuff, mixed with contemporary. Like everything is so good. Like all of the things on how Rainbow Rowell melded all of those stuff is really very interesting. And I'm just a sucker for LGBTQ books this year, and this is one of the better ones that I have read. So yeah, I'm quite pleased that I have read this and I have included it in my top 10. Yeah, this is my number 9 favorite book of 2015. Always butcher in saying this book's title. Let me say it slowly. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That took a lot less take when I was filming my whole video for this one. Top number 8 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. We're in this book. The reason why I included it in my top 10 books is that it's really quirky, really dark in some parts, and I like how there are pictures everywhere that are related to the act story. And these pictures are not just like taken just for the sake of the book, but the author, Ransom Riggs, caught these pictures randomly on flea markets or from other people, and he incorporated it in the story. I absolutely love, because it's just not a hodgepodge of pictures and story which didn't make sense. It made a lot of sense. I have read until book 2 already, and I immensely enjoyed this series. Number 7 book that I really enjoyed, which I didn't expect also, but yeah, The Martian by Andy Weir. I think one of my reasons on why I really enjoyed it and one of my favorite books for 2015 is that a lot of minute science details were put onto this book, which would normally bore me to death. Like, I wouldn't survive reading that one. But I guess the way the author wrote this one in the perspective of his protagonist with humor-filled stuff or humor-filled narration. Top number 6 book is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I believe all of the booktubers that I am reading already included it to their top favorite books for 2015, and it is very justified. This is my first experience with this author, V.E. Schwab. My mind is blown away. The world building that she did, the characters are so compelling, the different kind of Londons, place traveling between the Londons that she created. This is my top 6 favorite book for the year of 2015. Top number 5 book is Marilu's The Young Ellipse. I immensely enjoyed this book for the sole reason that the protagonist is out of ordinary or not in your typical protagonist area. I like how she is very dark rather than your typical hero stuff wherein, yeah, I'm the hero, I will save everyone with my good intentions. But on this book, it's the complete opposite. I like that part. This is why it's a really standout book for me. Top number 4 book, and this video will not be complete, or any other else video will not be complete if their 2015 favorite books will not include this one. Queen of Shadows Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Queen of Shadows is one of the biggest books that have been released in 2015. For me, Sarah J. Maas just outdid herself with all of the Throne of Glass series books. Queen of Shadows is her best work yet. I am not disappointed on how she is building up this story already. Like, it's so grand, and she is still introducing a lot of new stuff, a lot of interesting stuff, which just makes me fall in love more with this series. And I am glad that I have started reading Throne of Glass series this year. Not a major disappointment. I forgot to mention that I have a book that is tied in for the top 4 number spot together with Queen of Shadows, and it is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I don't know, I just can't seem to decide which one is the better one, and I don't want to bump off any of the list in the lower ones. So yeah, I believe I will say that this book together with Queen of Shadows is my top 4 book for the month of for the year of 2015. Golden Sun really blew my mind away. When I read Red Rising 2014, my mind was blown away of the magnitude of the book that Pierce Brown did. And then Golden Sun came, I read it, and the world just became bigger than Red Rising ever did. Like, Golden Sun just blew my mind out of the outer space because of how great the book is. Everything is much bigger, the scale is much bigger, the stakes are much higher, and the story just became like expanded more. And the way this science fiction book was presented without it being like too much science fiction-y, wherein you get lots of all of the terminologies and stuff. I just love how Pierce Brown created this world. That's why I can't wait for the conclusion or for the last book in the trilogy, Morning Star, which will come out this 2016. As much as I love these books, I also want to see how it will end, how he will end it. I hope that I will not be disappointed because book 1 and book 2 is such a good book. So yeah, I just hope that the last book won't disappoint me. Golden Sun, top 4 together with Queen of Shadows for my favorite books. I can't decide. I don't want to bump anything else yet. Let's go on to my top 3 books. 2 of them are contemporary and 1 of them is a memoir. Top number 3 book is my body's kind of physically hurting just for the feels that I have for this book. Adam Silvera, if you are watching this video or if you are just watching this part of the video, I thank you for writing this book just because More Happy Than Not kinda wrecked me in a good way because just the story itself. I haven't bawled or I haven't cried river of tears since I read The Fault in Our Stars. I believe the reason why this is in my top list of favorite books in 2015, it kinda did an emotional roller coaster for me, especially the ending, which kinda wrecked me for several days after reading it. And then I read it again and again. Those parts, like, it just left a good but kinda sad feeling inside me that made me satisfied that I finished reading this one, but kinda sad because of how it ended. Top 2 book is a surprise for me because I like this YouTuber, but I didn't know that he can write really, really well. And that is A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. As you can see, I got a paperback edition and I also got the hardcover edition, which is a testament on how I love this book. What made me fall in love with this memoir is that the way he wrote is very profound. All of the things that he shared in this book is really profound. I like the way he wrote, not just haphazardly, like every sentence or every chapter there was a thought process in it, and I really like that writing style wherein it evokes something, like it makes you think your life. Plus, there's a lot of Instagram pictures, which is a bonus effect. Connor Franta really takes good pictures, and A Work in Progress, my top number 2. For my top 1 favorite book for 2015, and as of now, I can safely say that this is also my favorite book of all time that I have read. This book has been published for several years already, and I just got into reading it this 2015. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. The reason why this is my top 1 book or my top 1 favorite book of all time right now is that I really resonated with the main character of this book. Think in the same wavelength as him from time to time. Like, not all of the things that he taught in this book, I think it always also. But yeah, most of his thought process, the things that he is experiencing, the way that he is reflecting on some of the things in his mind, I am thinking in the same manner as him. Yeah, I think just the overall writing style, the overall story, how my wavelength is the same wavelength as the main character is what made me say that this is my favorite book of all time right now, and also for the year of of 2015. So yeah, those are my top 10 books for the year of 2015. Comment down below if some of the books that I have presented is also your top books for the year of 2015. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up as it will help me a lot. And also, if you're liking the content that you're seeing in this video or in this channel, click the subscribe button down below. And again, as usual, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!